What's up, everybody? I'm Jonathan Sewell Sales at Mitchell Mazda on the Boulevard in Enterprise, and I'm here for another Mazda news update to share with you the October sales the final October sales of October 2021. And before we jump into those numbers, I will say that this chip shortage thing was so last month. I'm just so over it. I'm tired of hearing about the chip shortages. I'm tired of not receiving the proper amount of allocation of Mazda vehicles. And I'm sure your local dealership is feeling exactly the same way. I do believe that things may uptick as we get closer to the end of the year, coming with some new 22s and things like that. However, right now in these results, you'll see that it's having a very big impact. So stay tuned. Fortunately, Mazda has had a big year thus far as we shot out of the gate and just saw numbers growing and growing and growing until that chip shortage that I'm tired of talking about. So why did I even mention that? Mazda is still trending up for the year. As the end of October, we're actually approaching 300,000 vehicles, which is great. And that is an increase of 29.5% considering the same time last year, almost 30% higher than 2020. And we know that 2020 took really a couple of hard knocks in the spring and right around that time coming out of March and April. However, this year has been real big. Unfortunately, with the lack of chips, we're starting to see a dip. You've probably seen it on your dealer lots as well when hunting for specific colors, equipment, packages, etc. But I do appreciate everyone who contributed to the October sales. Thank you very much. Drop a comment below if you purchased a new Mazda and share a little bit about it, because they're getting more and more rare, and you all have got beautiful vehicles, and I'm excited to hear about your new vehicle as you develop the Mazda passion that I and others have for this beautiful vehicles and the awesome drive. As mentioned, Mazda did see a decrease of a little over 14% year over year from October of 2020 to October of 2021. And unfortunately, as we look at black and red, the red is a little bit of a bloodbath on October sales results because every model decreased in numbers. So let's jump into it and cover it specifically. So as I mentioned, the Mazda 3, which is becoming harder and harder to find. However, there's some out there somewhere because we sold 2,514 in Mazda North America. Mazda 6 is down, of course, because it is no longer going to be produced for the American market. We're skipping a year, so they tell us in 2022. So you can see that it was down about 40%. Also, the MX-5 Miata is getting a little more rare, as it was the first product to really be affected by the chip shortage, and it was done intentionally by Mazda because it was a low volume product to begin with, so they reallocated chips to other high volume models. You can see it was down over 40%. The CX-3, of course, there's none of those out there. We sold one, and that is almost 100% decrease. The CX-30's rocking and rolling, not much change of a 2.1%. The CX-5 saw a 14% decrease, still selling over 10,000 units. And the CX-9 is really the big story here because it only saw a 0.4% change, as we know that it's been seeing some big months this year, and the CX-9 is getting a lot of attention. I will say before tallying up these totals here that speaking to some Mazda dealers, even up in Canada, the Mazda 6 has been getting a lot of attention lately. And even though we can't get as many as the demand is, it's a great car, and I understand why you are deciding to purchase it now, because we don't know what the future is going to hold. But it's a great car, and in 2023 or 4, whenever this new body style comes out, you can still trade it in if you think that you'd rather have the new one. rear-wheel drive, inline six. We'll check it out for sure. Okay, so you can see that the cars, still low car numbers coming in, about 20% overall difference there, and the trucks or the CUVs were only a 12% difference year over year, for a total of 19,519 sold in October. So again, thank you so much for everyone who purchased a new Mazda. And again, comment below what you purchased, if it was in October or even if it was in September. We don't discriminate. New Mazda owners, and excited for you. And like I said before, you have a beautiful vehicle, and you can always email me at the email address below any pictures. I'd love to share them on the channel. Again, thanks for your continued support of the Mazda brand. Did also want to mention that Mazda Canada is still doing a fantastic job. They've seen a year-to-date sales increase of almost 20%. So great job, Mazda Canada. And I know that last month is getting tough, right? So it was about 25% of a decrease year over year. And but all in all, you're doing fantastic. So keep it up, Mazda Canada. Mazda Motor de Mexico is doing a great job. They only really not even hardly lost anything year over year, 0.3% decrease, and they're all in all about 5% up on year to date, which is a great job down in my southern neighbors. So up north and down south are doing fantastic for Mazda, and of course America's doing fantastic as well. I'm tired of chips, or the lack of chips. So hopefully we'll have more exciting information moving forward, as hopefully we see some inventory pickup towards the end of the year, as in this country we're starting the season of inspiration. So hopefully we have a lot to be inspired about. I'm Jonathan Sewell Sales at Mitchell Mazda on the Boulevard in Enterprise, and I'll keep my ear to the ground of all exciting Mazda news from here on the Boulevard, and I'll see you on the next one.